Okay, so good morning everyone. So myself is Vishwanath here. Okay, so today we are going to start the new session of our React batch. So this is the almost all this is the sixth batch from fifth batch from this year. Uh, okay, so first of all we will discuss about what is the why we are React and what and all we are doing and what all the languages are in the market. So before that, I'm going to introduce about myself. So myself is Vishwanath Modi. So I have 8 years of IT experience as a product development and training, as a full stack and a min stack trainer come development. So first I will introduce about the company. So this is a Walk-in Software Technology is our parent company. Okay, so this is the product based company. So here we are working for the different applications here and different services we are providing in the walk-in software. So then later, so coming to the Bitstream IO technologies. So coming to the Bitstream IO technologies, so this is the corporate training and placement services. So so we have different corporate training programs and courses, and we have a different services like corporate training and placements. And if you go for the portfolio, you are going to get all the what and all we have done. So we have done so many corporate trainings and placements, and still going on. So if you go for this placement services, you are going to get all the details. And so why I'm choosing a React only means, so from the all couple of months and years we are doing different training programs, and the React.js is the one we have placed a lot of 80% ratio the student will get placed in this one. So what how we will do in the sense, after every session, so we are going to give the recorded sessions for them, and one-to-one sessions, everything we are doing. Okay, so if you go, so here I'm going to show you what and all we have done. So here it is a places playlist we have doing for the USA batches, and these are the different training programs we have done. And after every session, we are going to give the a recorded video for that one. What happens sometimes there is some difficulty to join the classes, or so many reasons are there. So such type of scenarios, so we are going to give the recorded video. So these are all the recorded video we are giving, and so for interview, whenever the interview time and all, so you want to recap, means it is going to be helpful for you guys. Okay, so today I am going to start the actual part of a like a demo session. Okay, so that is called a React.js and React Native a merge stack session. Okay, so this today's session is completely about the general. Okay, I am going to tell the general things. It is not respective code or something program or something like that. So I am going to give the clarity about why you have to choose a React.js and React Native and the merge stack. So after that, you are going at the end of the session, you are going to get the clarity about, okay, so this is need to be changed and this is not be chosen. Okay, so React.js and React Native and merge stack session. So this is the title of the session, and the next is the first we understand what is the application. So application is something like that. So to perform a specific task, let's say Zomato is on one application, um, Flipkart one application, Amazon one application, Ola one application, Uber one application, Uber Eats one application. So every application is divided into minimum three parts. What is the three parts? So one is called a front end, one is called a back end, one is called a database. Let's say your Facebook application. The Facebook application also divided into three parts. So that is called a front end, second one is a back end, and the third one is a database. What is this front end, back end, database? So this is irrespective of coding I am telling. Okay, so coding will be start from the next classes. Okay, so just I'm going to deeper into what is a front end and what is a back end, what is a database. Okay, let's say you have a Facebook application. So this is the Facebook login page. Okay, you have a username and a password, and here it is in a button. So this is the login page. So you are putting username and password, and you are submitting. Let's say once you submit, it is coming for the backend. Then it is coming for the database. Okay, what is the front end? So anything is visible for you, that is called a front end. Let's say if you go for the Facebook page, so this is a log, okay, or else if you go for the Netflix place, okay, if you go here Netflix page, here it is in a login page. So this is called in a front end. Okay, you are going to enter a username and password. So that is called a front end. Okay, then what is the backend? Okay, after entering your username and password, and it is hitting to the backend. So that is called a backend. Okay, so what is the backend? What is use of? Once you enter username and password, it is verifying okay you are existing user or not. If you are an existing user, and it will hit to the database. Okay, so once you enter a username and password, it is coming hitting to the backend. So the backend is performing your logic code. Okay, it will check for the database. Let's say XYZ123 password. Okay, if the XYZ123 password is present, then it is coming to the backend, and it is giving the profile specific data, and it is going to the dashboard. Got it? The same thing when you enter your username and password, and it is hitting to the server, and it will based on your username and password, it is giving all your information, and it is redirecting to the dashboard. What is containing dashboard? In dashboard, your post, comments, likes, and so many things, videos, uploads, and tags, and invitations, so many things you are going to get. Same thing. So this is a Netflix application. So this is the front end, and once you enter a phone number and password, it is hitting to the server. Okay, if you are an existing user, it will redirecting to your dashboard page, whatever the movie watched, and what and all yet to watch, and you are a prime customer or not. So everything it will show. If you enter a wrong number, it will showing the something called a, let's say I am going to enter some wrong number, and I am some randomly I am giving us some password. Okay, let's say I will. If I do submit this, automatically it will throw an error like that. Okay, sorry, we can't find the account with this one. So this error is shown by the backend. Okay, if you are an existing user, it is redirected to dashboard. If not, so it is redirecting to a home page only. Okay, so this is all about the front end, back end, and database. Okay, so you have a little bit idea about like application is divided into three parts, and front end, back end, database. Okay, forget about coding Java or React or Python. Forget about coding. So just general thing I am telling. So front end, back end, database. Okay, so some people they are choosing a career with the front end, and some people going with the back end, and some people with the database. And if you all include all those things, means it will call as a full stack development. So that is called a MERN stack or a mean stack or a Java full stack. So that is a we are going to learn in the later session. Okay, so then, okay, this is a general thing I got to know. Front end means anything visible on the browser, that is the front end. The backend is it will perform the your logic performation. Less then database is it will store the data. So why we need a database? In the sense, let's say you have a like you want to store a data, like you have a Facebook page, and you have a from 5 years or 10 years you're using all your data. So you have post, comments, likes, birthday wishes, and then everything. So all the information has to be stored into the database. So that is why it has to be stored into an organized basis. So that is why we need a database. Okay, so general thing we got to know. So next is we are going to what are all the languages are there. Okay, what's the full stack? Okay, so we know the term like a front end, a back end, a database. Then what are all the languages are there? Yes, In the front end, so there is the HTML is there, CSS is there, JavaScript is there, Bootstrap is there, React and Angular, Vue.js. Then what we are going to learn in our like course, that is HTML, CSS, JavaScript, the React. Okay. So what about sir Vue.js and Angular is there? So what we have to learn or not? Yes, I am telling. So in our course, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Bootstrap, React, it is going to be there. But what about Angular and Vue.js? Let's say you have a smartphone, okay? Some people they are using Moto phone, some people are iPhone, some people for OnePlus, um some people are something called the Geo Mobile. So many market mobiles are in there. So like that, programming languages also available in the more programming languages are there. So the best one we are going to show. Some people will go for the like a mobile. OnePlus is best for me, so I am going to purchase. And some people okay, Redmi is best for me, so I am going to purchase. Some people Moto G is best for me, so I am going to purchase. Same thing as a programming languages also. So React is that world trending uh, framework, so sorry, library, so we are going to use or learn. Okay, so I'm not telling that okay, don't learn. So everybody is there. Even some people they will go for the Moto G also, some people for Redmi, some people for OnePlus. So their area of interest and all specifications they are going. Same thing, React is a higher compared to this Angular and Vue.js. So other than we have so many other languages also, but this is the top world trending languages. So this is related to a front end. The next is the back end. So what is the back end? Same thing, the back end as I told, it will perform your business logic. Okay, let's say if you're ordering a Zomato food, no, so it has to take your all the user information like in the Zomato order, like what food you order and what is the distance, what is the price you paid, and what is the timeline has to be delivered. So that calculation has to be done by the backend languages. So you might heard about Java and the .NET and Node.js, Python, Deno, PHP. So these are all the top languages. So again, this is your choice which language you are going to choose. Okay. So this is called a backend. The next will be a database. So next database also having so many databases. So like a Mongodb, a Firebase, MySQL, Oracle, PostgreSQL. So these are all the top world trending databases. So simple database is something like that your cupboard. Assume your cupboard. In your cupboard you are going to put the shirts and the pants, something called kurtas and something called saris. So like that, you are going to keep all in the like a proper structure. So if you want to dump in all one section means it is not, it is difficult to pick which shirt, which cloth we have to take. Same thing database is also to store your information. If you have a Facebook account, all your so many crores together they are using a Facebook account. So all user information has to be stored in a proper manner only. If I log in with my user ID, it is sending us some other profile information, means it is wrong. So there should be a proper structure should be need. So that is given by the a database. If myself is Vishwanath, so I am going to Vishwanath and a 123 password. So it has to give the all the my related information only. So where it is that information? So that information is just structured into a database. So all your from 4 to 5 year all your post videos and image uploads and your profile likes, comments, posts and event invitation and event attending and not attending, all information it is stored into a database. Whenever you log into the Facebook page, so that information is fetching from the database through the backend Java language. Okay, so this is called a full stack languages. Okay, so I'm telling that this is not a specific coding, this is a general. Okay, what is in the market and which language and which framework and which library you are going to choose. Okay, the next is so mean and MERN also a top trending now. Okay, so if you might seen in the YouTube also some ads are coming like mean or MERN stack or full stack developer. Okay, so this is all about the mean and mer. M means MongoDB, E for Express, A for Angular, N for Node. Again, M for MongoDB, E for Express, R for React, and N for Node. So full stack means, so this is the front end also you are doing, back end also you are doing, database also doing, means if one guy is doing all those things means, so that is called a full stack. So let's say if you join a one company called a full stack as a 3 lakh package, and the backend also 3 lakh, 6 lakh, and the database also 3 lakh. Totally 9 lakh you are getting for a one job role. So that is called the a full stack developer. Okay, which is the better? Full stack. So I showed here like Java is there, .NET is there, Node.js is there. So this is the common thing. Okay, this is the common thing. Anything for a full stack you have to learn. Which language, backend language I need to choose, or Java or .NET, Node.js, Python, and which database I need to choose, MongoDB, Firebase, MySQL, Oracle, PostgreSQL. Yes, my personal suggestion is, so the front end anyhow you have to learn HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Bootstrap, React. So that is you have to choose. If you're interested Angular also, you can choose the Angular also. But my suggestion is React. Then you have to do a Node.js. Okay, Node.js. Why we need a Node.js in the sense? A Node.js is the again JavaScript. You already learn a JavaScript in React as a front end. Again, you are learning a back end also JavaScript. So then you will become a front end back end developer. Then MongoDB Firebase is a something called a object based databases. So you will get to know what is an object basis. So this relates to this JavaScript framework. So that's why MongoDB and Firebase. So front end is a, this is you already learned with the JavaScript, back end also JavaScript. Again, database is also object based JSON object based. So it will rate each other. So choosing a MERN or a mean, so best in that. So again, it is a MERN is a best thing. Okay, to start a career. The next is, so why to choose a React? Okay, so I am like my course like main headline is the React tutorial and React Native tutorial, or React Native course, or React Native training. But why React only? Yes, I am telling. So it is developed and maintained by the Meta or a Facebook. Okay, you know everyone know Facebook is the big company in the world. So every day, single time we are going to touch. So React is the free and open source front-end JavaScript library for building a user interfaces. Based on that UI component is maintained by the Meta. So we can develop, this is developed by Meta, so that is we are going to use a rich user interface. React lets you to build a rich user interfaces easily. Quality of user interface is important because of poorly designed user interface is generally less user friendly, and the user will not like to put poorly. If it is a poor design means the user will be ignored that application. And developer community. Developer community means the React developer community means a developer is having developers having their communicating. See, React.js developer community is a huge over a 40K readily available components. Means 40,000 components already readily available. So just you have to use it. You don't need to spend the money, sorry, time and money to develop an application. So readily available component you can use. Faster development and trusted by the great companies. What are the great companies? Many companies like PayPal, LinkedIn, Netflix, Uber, many more companies they are using the React. Okay, so the React is a front-end library. It is developed by the Facebook and maintained by the Facebook, and we have 40,000 readily available components. And this is a world trending, number one world trending. I'm not telling that Indian trending, world trending. It will like US, UK, Middle East countries, all the countries they are using the React is the top priority. The next is I'm going to explain about details of a merge stack, or you can call as a full stack. React.js. React.js is a free and open source front-end JavaScript library for building a user interface. Based on that UI components, it is maintained by the Meta and the community of individual developers and maintainers. So as I told, React.js is a front-end library. So as like that Facebook login page is there, no? So we are going to build with a Facebook login page. Node.js. Again, Node.js is the backend language or a sorry runtime environment. So backend JavaScript runtime environment that runs on the V8 engine and executes the JavaScript codes outside the web browser. Yes. See, Express framework, Express.js is the framework. It is used with the Node.js. You don't need to worry. Just understand Express is used with the Node.js. And the MongoDB, MongoDB is a source available cross-platform document-oriented database program. Classified as a NoSQL database program, MongoDB uses a JSON-like documents with the optional schema. MongoDB, MongoDB is developed by the MongoDB INC. So this is all about the full stack. So why I'm telling the full stack? If you start a career with a React.js, then learning a Node.js is not a big deal, and Express.js is not a big deal, and MongoDB is not a big deal. Why I'm telling? So if you know front-end, back-end database means you will get a high number of package and you will get more value in the market. So now the next is a full stack developer or a one stack developer or a requirement is there. So you have to be ready for the as per the market needs. Okay. So then you have a confusion again whether to join a front end first or a back end. So you already learn what is the front end and back end. See, these are all the front end languages. These are all the back end languages. And this is the, so which one I have to start? I have to start from the back end or I have to start from the front end or else I have to start from the database. Yes, I am telling. So always you have to start a career with the front end. Why mean? Let's say in Bangalore only there are 10,000 companies are there. Okay, so 2,000 companies are PHP using, 2,000 companies Java, and 2,000 company Node.js, 2,000 company Python, and 2,000 is a .NET. So overall 10,000 companies are there. For 10 out of 10,000 companies, if you started a career with a Java, so your job availability is only 10% only. You can't go for PHP, you can't go for .NET or a Python or Node. But if you start as a HTML this front end developer, you can go for a PHP also, you can go for a Java company also, Node.js also, Python also, .NET also. Why? Because these front-end languages or a frameworks is need by all these back-end languages. Got it? For PHP also this need and .NET also this need and Python also this need, Node.js also this need and Java also this need. So your job availability for all 10,000 are software companies. But whereas for the back-end languages you can go with the only respective companies. Okay, so after that learning this one, no? So you can go anywhere. If either you can go for this one or PHP company with a full stack developer. Okay, after learning this, you can choose anything. A Java. If you after learning this one, if you are going to the Java means you are a full stack developer. If you will learn after learning PHP means again a full stack developer. Now you are a front end developer. Once you learn any one of this one, you will become a full stack developer. So I will suggest to choose a Node.js. Okay. Why? Because you already learned the JavaScript here and you are learning the JavaScript as a server side also. That becomes easy and more knowledgeable. Next is okay, fine sir. Then who are all using React now? Okay. Dropbox, you might heard about it. Dropbox is a web-based file hosting service prepared by the Dropbox INC that uses cloud computing to enable users to send and share a file. Dropbox, WhatsApp, WhatsApp web version. Web version means whenever you log into the desktop or a laptop, no? So that is version. WhatsApp messaging service, you know anyone. So that is also developed with the React. And Instagram. You know Instagram app and web version, everything is built with the React JavaScript framework. Okay. So next is PayPal. So PayPal is something like that payment gateway like for international payments. So that is also 150, 160 billion live customers are there. So for those, PayPal is using a React for the web version. And a Netflix. You might heard about Netflix. So this is the online TV shows is there. So that is also built with a Netflix and Uber Eats. So Uber, you might know about Uber is a travel company, and they have started with the Uber Eats, that is a food delivering company also. They are also using React.js and the Pinterest. So Pinterest users can upload, save, sort, and manage the images. It is related to images. So if you just Google it or Pinterest, you will get so many things about it. Then the Facebook. So Facebook again, Messenger is there, and Facebook web version is there, Facebook app version is there. So this is built with a React. So I am telling that okay, top companies are so many thousand companies they are using the React. Okay, the next is okay. It is all about the front end. Okay, so we are doing a React course. Okay, we got to know these are all the companies they are using the this React languages or sorry library. Then what about Node.js? So Node.js is the backend. Okay, that is I talk about I speak about this one front end. Then I am going to front end. So yes, sir, you told about Node.js. Then who are using in the market? Again, PayPal backend is the Node.js, and Netflix is the backend Node.js, and LinkedIn is a job profile and user information sharing. That is also backend developed with the LinkedIn, and Yahoo. Yahoo, you might heard about that. Yahoo also backend, and Uber. See, about 80 countries and 900 cities they are using Uber. Sorry, and Mozilla Firefox, you heard about that one, and GoDaddy. GoDaddy is the domain hosting services. So that is using about 19 million customers and 6 million domain users under the domain management. Okay, these are all using Node.js as a backend. Okay, so front end, which are all the big companies they are using, I told, and the back end, which are all the big companies they are using, I told, and the next is MongoDB. Sir, you told about MongoDB. Who are all using? So Google is the world top one company, so that is also using the Google, and the EA, the world best-selling sports video games. You might see the EA games or something in the mobile. They are coming EA logo, no? So those are also using a MongoDB. Thermo Fisher Biotechnology Gate uses MongoDB plus. So this is a biotechnology company. SAP is a MongoDB is the core database and underpinning SAP's platform as a services content management system. So SAP also is. So Cisco is a big company. This is a network-based company. Adobe, you know about Adobe company, and eBay is a e-commerce company. And the Gap. So this is a T-shirt related. You might have seen about any the symbol Gap in a T-shirt, right? A leading clothing and accessory retailer was able to develop a new MongoDB-based purchase order system in just 75 days, record for the company. And the Barclays is the a leading consumer corporate and investment bank. So this is a bank. And KPI is also data powering the Loop accounting suite used by the KPMG. Fourth Capital. So this is the accounting company they are using related to bank only. So these are all the companies they are using the MongoDB. See, I am not telling only these companies. So many companies are there, but Fortune 500 companies they are using this database. So that is what we are giving to the market. So then, so I spoke about like a front end and back end and database and what are all the languages and who are all using. And the next part will be if you know React.js, then we can become a React Native app developer also. Okay, after 3 or 4 years, so you are going to learn okay front end development with the React, and you are getting bored to you want to learn new things. So then you can learn React Native. So from React.js to React Native, not a lot of difference. Here also JavaScript, here also JavaScript. Then you can become an Android developer and iOS developer, web developer, only because of JavaScript. Got it? So JavaScript is a language from the front end side. If you put that, you can learn a React.js and a React Native and everything. So Android and iOS web developer. Okay, so this is a you can become an app developer also. Let's say if you for full stack you are getting a 10 or 15 lakh package. Again you are getting a 3 lakh again 16 20 lakh you will get because you are doing Android and iOS app also. Then definitely they will give you more package. Okay. So this is all about this one. Choosing the career with the front end. Yes, the best approach to start a career. Every backend language is having a common front end language. So that is called a HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and Bootstrap and React or Angular or Vue. Example: Java, Python, Node.js, PHP. For all front end is a common one. Front end is common. Basic front end languages. So minimum front end languages will be HTML5, CSS3, and a JavaScript. See, from past 30 to 40 years, what all the applications are built, no? So minimum these languages are involved. Without these languages, there is a no application. And the next will be conclusion. Okay, so we have to start with the front end JavaScript. Why JavaScript? See here. So this is, if you go for the javascript.com, this is the official website from the past 25 years. Okay, or so 14 lakh 44,231 libraries are there. Okay, in that, so React also one. Got it? So React also one. It means, so these many libraries are there. Okay, React also one library, Vue also one library, Vanilla JS is also one library, uh, GraphJS is also library. So many libraries are there. Okay, P5JS also one library. Okay, so this, like that 14 lakh 44,231 libraries are there. Oh, still learning. So Jasmine. Okay, like that we have so many front end languages. And if you already learn the JavaScript, becoming a Node.js developer also not a big deal. And you can become a app developer also. Okay, how to become an app developer? Yes, see here. So if you go for the React Native React Native dot docs dot view, so you are going to get a code for the app development. So this is also developed and maintained by the Facebook only. Okay. So if you go for the my device, so there is some external devices are there. If you scan this, it is going to give a app output. See, this is the iOS code. Okay, and this is for the Android code, and this is called a web code. It means you are writing only one code that suits for the three devices: Android, Android, iOS, and a web. Got it? So this is the iOS, Android, a web. Okay, so three devices we are going to cover with a one common language. Got it? So you already, so becoming a React Native app developer is easy. Then, so you might heard about a blockchain, machine learning, uh, machine learning and all, deep learning. So that is also achieved with a JavaScript. Okay, so if you see here, here is one example is there. He will going to train a human face and animal and the metal. See, it is going to the person and everything. So this is analyzing through the machine learning project only. See here, so TensorFlow is the one machine learning library. So that is developed in JavaScript. Okay, and so this is a P5JS is there. So like that, so many frameworks are in the market. The next is many other frameworks with the Java. So what are the many other frameworks? So this is already we see. You can develop blockchain projects also. So blockchain is the one domain. So in the future will be, the future will be a blockchain only. You will get to know. So what is a blockchain and how we are going to learn. So that is, if you put that blockchain, so definitely you have a lot of job opportunities in the future. Okay, so for the 18th sector in the 19th industry, you are going to do the blockchain project using the JavaScript only. See here, Bitcoin, Abra provisions, and networking and IoT, and online data storage, and like that. So so many banking sector, finance sector, health sector. So you are going to use the blockchain project. So all, if you learn a JavaScript means this more enough. So this is the future. Then, so what course we are going to learn? So we are going to start a React course and React Native course. Okay, so I have created a two groups. So there are a React Native and React.js course will be there. In the React.js, we are going to cover the React, Redux, hooks, Saga, and context API. So detailed course content will be available on the website. So if you just go through the bitstreamio.com/tutorial, so you are going to get a detailed technical content. Okay, so this is all about demo session. So from tomorrow onwards, you are going to get the full technical content. But so just we are going to recap once again what and all we have done. So React.js and React Native and merge stack session. So after that, we got to know what is the front end and back end and database. The front end is anything visible on the browser, so that is a front end. So back end is a one thing. It is performing some business logic. Database is a one thing. It is storing the all your information. So what are all the full stack languages are there? Here it is a front end HTML, CSS, JavaScript like that we have, and a back end Java, .NET, Node.js, etc., etc. And database MongoDB, Firebase, MySQL, Oracle, PostgreSQL. Then which full stack we have to choose? Then my suggestion is MERN or mean is best. So either you can, this is the common language HTML, CSS, Bootstrap and JavaScript need to be added here. So we mentioned. So that is the minimum you have to learn, and after you can go with the React and Node.js and MongoDB and MongoDB or Firebase. If you learn, you are a become a full stack developer. Then why you have to choose a React? So it is developed by the Facebook or Meta and faster development, rich user interface, huge developer community, and trusted by the great companies. And I given a brief detail about what is a MERN stack and where we have to start front end or back end and why we have to start a front end. I already told, and what are the back end companies and what is the pros and cons I have told. The next is application made with React. Okay, so Dropbox, Instagram, Netflix, Pinterest, Facebook, Uber, Eats, PayPal, WhatsApp web version, everything is built with React. So that is a front end library. Then when it is come for the Node.js backend JavaScript runtime environment, PayPal, Netflix, LinkedIn, Yahoo, Uber, GoDaddy, Mozilla. So these are all the big companies they are using the Node.js. And application made with the MongoDB. Google, Adobe, eBay, EA, Thermo Fisher, Gap, and SAP, Barclays, Cisco, KPMG. These are all the big Fortune 500 companies. They are using this MongoDB. And coming to the this one, after doing a web version or a React.js development, so you want to explore your knowledge in the other sector as well. So directly you can move to easily React Native because again it is a JavaScript. So you can build a Android iOS web version application with a one code. You are going to write a one code and some sort of a CSS you are going to change and it will fit for the Android, iOS and the web application. So again you are going to get a 3 lakh, 3 lakh, 3 lakh as an entry level I'm telling. If you go for a 5, 10 years experience, you will get a 40, 50 lakh package also. So it defines your knowledge. Okay. The next is choosing a career with the front end. I already told. And conclusion, why have to start with the front end and why it is a JavaScript. I have told front end JavaScript framework and the React Native app developer also. AI, ML, deep learning also you can do. And many frameworks also there and you can develop the blockchain projects also. So this is a conclusion I have told. Then we are going to start a React.js and React Native course. What are all we are going to learn? So React, Redux, hooks, Sagas, context API, and so this is all about this one. So we today is the it is not a technical demo session. This is the a base like what is the market and what are the programming languages libraries are there, which one you have to choose, what to choose, why to choose, and what is the market needs, and what is the market programming languages changes are happening for every 3 months or a quarter. You have to check for that. So that is we are doing. So if you do courses, we are going to do train on like a daily basis, uh, giving you some practical assignments, and we are giving a real-time projects, and so this will make you get the job. Okay, so this is the how training we have program we have done. So if you go here, we have a good placement recorder also. If you go here, see here. So we have placed many students in the last batches, and so many batches we have done. So we have placed non-technical guys also, who are not from the computer science also, and even from the technical, and they have some other specifics also. See, we have so many reviews also there. If you go for our official website, you are going to. So this guy is electrical, and MCA. This is electrical, and this is she is MCA uh, physics or MSc physics, and she is from the electrical. So if you go for our official website, so many people they got placed with training with the React.js. Okay, so this is all about today's session. So if you have any doubts or questions or anything, so you have to ask or anything. Like if you don't have a doubt also, then I am going to save share this recorded video for you guys.